Louis XIV built Versailles as a way to keep nobles in line. Throughout European pockets of rebellion had many monarchs worry of keeping their crown. Louis wanted to make sure that he had the most powerful people with him at all times, so he created Versailles as a ritual court. To keep countries busy and broke, it was not cheap to keep up with Louis XIV and his various mistresses. A great deal of money was needed to buy the most fashionable clothes and host a fashionable party. King Louis XIV led France into imperialist wars which aroused fear and concern among the other European nations, drained French resources and brought widespread misery to French peasantry. France was on the brink of financial bankruptcy and country was exhausted and war-weary. King Louis XIV managed to raise revenues through cooperation with local elites who taxed people. They failed to establish a secure, independent source of revenue. This would pledge France throughout the 18th century and limit the power of the monarchy. The Civil War was a compromise with the social elites in return for their cooperation were given special privileges and exemption from taxation. The long reign of King Louis XIV from 1643 to 1715 represents the pinnacle of absolute monarchy in France. Although supposedly in absolute power, he succeeded by collaborating with the aristocrats. France is a principal example of absolute government. King Henry IV laid the foundations of support for the monarchy throughout the 18th century politics which benefited people. Absolutism is a type of national monarchy in which monarch has a great power, tends to be looked up to with awe and reverence. The power of the monarch is limited by the need to have some measure of support by the landed aristocracy. The aristocracy is a subordinate to the monarch. It gives political and military support for the monarch. Absolute government involves centralizing political power in the hands of the monarch, who, allied with the exercise control over the traditional landed aristocracy, gained loyalty and support from the merchant rulers of the cities and exercised power through the bureaucracy and a standing army. Positive effects of the absolutism. He tried to make France more powerful. He centralized France's government. He improved France's military. He made France a commercial rival to Britain. He made a king and state one and the same. Negative effects on the region. He taxed peasants and not nobility. He put France into great debt.